Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. My name is Alia Kaisara binti Asaruddin from class MC11018. Today I will be presenting my first video for Speech to Inform for my public speaking subject. Based on the latest National Health and Morbidity Survey, it is found that every 3 in 10 adults aged 16 years old and above in Malaysia suffer from some form of mental health illness. You listening to this speech could be knowingly or unknowingly suffering from one as well. Of course, it's nothing to be embarrassed about or something you have to hide from people. Having mental health issues doesn't make you any less of a human being. But why is it that we feel small and insignificant? Why do we feel like we have to keep it in? The problem with it all is the lack of educating and understanding relating to mental health itself. There's also no denying that the stigma surrounding mental illness plays a big role on why mental health is not taken seriously here in Malaysia. The stigma stem from old beliefs or the way people are raised and sometimes even religion. Society has put mentally ill people in a stereotypical box. They believe those with mental health issues are at higher risk of hurting people. But the truth is, they are at higher risk to hurt themselves than those surrounding them. The stigma, along with the belief that people struggling with a mental illness are weak and hard to be around, has contributed a big factor in why these people do not reach out for help. Society has also conditioned people to believe that relationships and friendships could be ruined due to mental health illnesses. Those struggling will find every way possible to blame it on themselves. What makes it worse is the fact that these people have nobody to turn to with all their problems. They struggle alone and keep everything inside because they've heard the same thing over and over. It's not a big deal, or it'll go away soon. But that's not how it works, because mental health doesn't just disappear. Take the most common mental health issue, depression. That feeling does not just float into thin air. It stays with you and makes itself a home inside your head. Stigmas can often drive people away from treatment and could lead them to turn to alcohol or drugs to minimize the pain. It's also very important that parents talk to their children about mental health because without proper explanation, they could get their information from unreliable sources. By educating children from a young age, they will be more comfortable opening up about their problems should they go through any. But there are many ways for us, not just people dealing with a mental illness, but as an outsider as well, to break down the wall of stigma and overcome it. First of all, getting treatment is always a good way to start. I know it may be scary to openly admit to someone about your struggles, but don't let your fears hide the fact that going for therapy is the best way in breaking down the stigma. Although therapy does seem intimidating, there is a high chance that you'll be relieved of your worries and concerns. Second, do not let your mental illness and the stigma surrounding it make you feel shameful. Stigma doesn't just come from other people. Sometimes it comes from within your own self. You may mistakenly believe that your condition is a sign of weakness, but the truth is you are stronger than anyone to be able to shoulder your problem. Going for counseling and also self-educating about your condition can help you increase your self-esteem and destroy the self-judgment that having a mental illness is bad. As a friend or family member of those who's going through a rough time, there are many ways to make your loved ones feel safe and comfortable with their mental health issues. You should always be mindful about the words you use. It's best to not use words like crazy or psycho. This helps break down the stigma that everybody who is mentally unwell is automatically not in the right mind. Because in most cases, these people are not crazy at all. They behave just like everybody else. Other than that, always try to check up on your friends as much as you can. Of course, it is not your full-time job to do so, but imagine if you were in their shoes. They don't want to seem weak by asking people for help or for support, so it would be nice if someone were to reach out first. By removing all these stigmas surrounding mental health, it will be easy for those struggling to ask for help and also ease the burden for family members. You don't have to do anything grand, just asking a simple "How are you today?" is more than enough. It helps create a safe space for your friend or family member to let out their thoughts and feelings. But don't forget to take care of your own mental health first before helping other people. You don't want to lend a helping hand to people while you're struggling with your own problems. Also, it's helpful to do your own research on mental health issues, especially not the common ones. Gaining more knowledge on these issues can help you when it comes to not only identifying your own problems, but it will also help you to say the right thing and do the right thing for a loved one. Hopefully, through these ways, the negativity surrounding mental health and its patients can be forgotten and create a healthy environment for those struggling with mental health issues. With the proper education and guidance, I'm sure many people will learn to understand the importance of taking care of your own mental health. I hope my speech today has managed to open your eyes on the stigma surrounding mental illnesses and why it's harmful to let it continue on. That's all from me today. Thank you for listening.